The endorsement dated September 5, 2022 from the Honorable City Mayor, forwarding for confirmation of the authority and ratification of the MOA entered into between the Land Transportation Office and the City Government on the implementation of RA 10586.
Councilor Del Rosario,
I move that we
ratify.
confirm the authority and ratify the same. The MOA between the LTO Regional Office and the LGU Naga. I so move, Madam Chair.
Any second? Approve. Next item.
The letter dated August 10, 2022 from Ms. Francis Gladys Abad, Executive Director of the NCPC, submitting the position papers on the proposed ordinance of Honorable Jose B. Perez, strengthening the declaration of Naga City as peace zone, and on the proposed ordinance establishing the civil society organization
We
desk.
refer this to the committee. The first one referred to the committee on, ano yan? Peace zone? Public safety? Public safety, and the second to the people empowerment or committee.
The letter dated September 2, 2022 from Mr. Johan De La Rosa, CSO Desk Officer Designate, submitting the proposed course of action in relation to the implementation of the recommendation of Good Governance Task Force.
Isa na committee. People empowerment.
The report of the Committee on Appropriations.
Committee on Appropriation Chair, Honorable Albios.
Good afternoon. Madam Chair, may I request for the acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Appropriations.
Your report is acknowledged.
The committee hearing was held yesterday, September 12, and there was a quorum. The first item was letter dated August 12, 2022 of the Acting City Treasurer requesting for the passage of an ordinance reverting the amount of 150,000 pesos from capital outlay to maintenance and other operating expenses of their office. May I proceed to the disposition, Madam Chair?
You may proceed.
On motion of Honorable Gil Rosales, seconded by Honorable Melvin Ramon Benape, Honorable Hilda Gail Abunal Gomez, Punong Barangay Doris Dayan Lee, and Mr. Elmer Santo Domingo, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to pass an ordinance reverting the amount of 150,000 from the capital outlay to maintenance and other operating expenses of the City Treasurer's Office. So I move, Madam Chair.
Any second? Okay, approve.
Furthermore, the committee directed the SP Secretariat to request the City Accounting Office to seek an opinion from the Commission on Audit regarding the new circular number 2022-004, and if they could have a process or a step-by-step procedure to be adopted by the city. So move, Madam Chair.
Any second? Approve.
Second item, letter dated August 2022 of Mr. Delfin Aguilar, ESO Acting Head, requesting for reversion amounting to 677,158.72 pesos from other structure and sports equipment accounts of his office and appropriating the same to maintenance and other operating expenses of the same office to cover certain obligations relative to the conduct of the summer sports activities. May I proceed to the disposition, Madam Chair?
You may proceed.
Considering the absence of the requesting party, this matter is hereby deferred. So move, Madam Chair.
Okay, this matter is deferred. Next.
Last item, the first endorsement dated September 2, 2022, is honor the City Mayor requesting for boreal assistance of Barangay Volunteer Worker Ms. Aida B. De Jesus relative to the death of her husband Edgar N. De Jesus at Barangay Panikwason, Naga City. May I proceed to the disposition, Madam Chair?
You may proceed.
Considering the absence of the requesting party, this matter is hereby deferred. So I move, Madam Chair.
So this matter is deferred. Next. Next item.
The report of the Committee on Housing and
Committee on Housing, Honorable Jess Albios.
Madam Chair, may I request for the acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Housing and Settlements.
Your report is acknowledged.
The committee hearing was held yesterday, September 12, 2022, and there was a quorum. There were 4 items tackled, and the first item was letter dated September 2, 2022, with honor the City Mayor requesting for an amendment of SP Resolution Number 2022-697 to negotiate with Ms. Asuncion R. Joaquin for the parcel of land owned by Euphemia Satin and Constancia Cueto, located in San Felipe, Naga City, by adding all the owners to negotiate. May I proceed to the disposition, Madam
You may
Chair?
proceed.
On motion of Honorable Salvador M. Del Castillo, duly seconded by Honorable Gil Rosales and Honorable Vidal Castillo, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to amend SP Resolution Number 22-697, granting authority to negotiate with Ms. Asuncion R. Joaquin for the parcel of land owned by Euphemia Satin and Constancia Cueto, located in San Felipe, Naga City, by adding the names of Leonidas Cueto, Bricia Adelaida S. Cueto, Lazaro S. Cueto, Leticia S. Cueto, Rolando S. Cueto, Asuncion S. Cueto, Esther S. Cueto, Purificacion S. Cueto, Eugenia S. Cueto, and Godofredo S. Cueto as other owners of the property. So I move, Madam Chair.
Second. Approved.
Second item, letter dated August 24, 2022, of His Honor, the City Mayor, requesting for the passage of a resolution granting the City Mayor authority to negotiate and enter into a contract of sale with the heirs of Nemesis F. Bicaldo of Barangay San Isidro this City with respect to their property located in the same barangay in furtherance of the socialized housing program and other government projects for public use of the city government. May I proceed to the disposition, Madam Chair?
May proceed.
On motion of Honorable Gil J. Rosales, duly seconded by Honorable Vidal P. Castillo, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod to direct the Naga City Appraisal Committee to render their appraisal report for the said property to the Sangguniang Panlungsod before the passage of a resolution granting authority to the City Mayor to negotiate and enter into a contract of sale with the heirs of Nemesis F. Bicaldo of Barangay San Isidro, this city, with respect to their property located in the same barangay in furtherance of the socialized housing program and other government projects for public use of the city government. So I move, Madam Chair.
Any second?
Third item is the first endorsement dated August 24, 2022 of His Honor, the City Mayor, endorsing the letter of Ms. Loida A. Mandasok, requesting certification from the Housing and Settlement Development Office that the lot awarded to her parents is alienable and can be mortgaged as required by Pag-ibig Fund for housing loan purposes for consideration and approval by the Sangguniang Panlungsod. May I proceed to the disposition, Madam Chair?
May proceed.
On motion of Honorable Salvador M. Del Castillo, duly seconded by Honorable Gil Rosales, Mr. Danilo Ludwise, and Punong Barangay Elisa B. Carmona, the committee resolved to refer the matter to the Naga City Urban Development and Housing Board for their appropriate action. So I move, Madam Chair.
Any second? Approved.
Last item is letter dated September 1, 2022 of Mr. Amado N. Lavapi, President of Fernandez Homeowners Association Incorporated, requesting for assistance in the expropriation of the property they are occupying. May I proceed to the disposition, Madam Chair? After an extensive discussion on the matter, on motion of Honorable Gil G. Rosales, duly seconded by Honorable Salvador M. Del Castillo, the committee resolved to letter A, direct the HSDO to submit a report indicating the total land area involved and the number of beneficiaries of the Fernandez compound in Barangay Santa Cruz if an expropriation proceedings require in the future within 10 working days. So I move, Madam Chair.
Any second?
The next disposition is direct the City Legal Office to research on the facts and information relative to the expropriation case of the Fernandez compound at Barangay Santa Cruz, this city, dating back in the 1990s and submit a report to the Sangguniang Panlungsod. So I move, Madam Chair.
Any second?
That ends my report, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Albios. Next item.
The endorsement dated September 2, 2022 from the Independent Component City Agricultural and Fishery Council, endorsed to the Honorable City Councilor Melvin Ramon Benafe as Chairman of the Committee on Agriculture, copy of resolution recommending to the local government of Naga to pass an ordinance mandating the registration of ownership of agricultural and fishery machineries and equipment in accordance with the DILG Joint Memo Circular 2018-02.
Committee on Agriculture.
Agri.
Next item.
The letter from the City Veterinary Office submitting the draft of the Naga City ASF Ordinance 2022 with the attached documents, including the prohibited act, regulations on meat inspection,
Agriculture.
penalty provision. New business, the endorsement dated September 8, 2022 from the City Budget Officer forwarding the annual budget of Barangay Dinaga for
Appropriation.
2022. The endorsement from the Budget Officer forwarding the 2022 annual budget of SK of Dinaga.
Appropriation.
The endorsement from the Time Mobile Task Force endorsing the application of
Committee on
Maricel
Transport.
Mercoso. The endorsement from the letter dated September 5 of Punong Barangay Rodrigo Agravante of Carayan, endorsing 10 applicants for Vistanza Road Special Tri-Mobile franchise.
I think this was already, it was a requirement to the, di ba, sa Committee on Transport.
The undated letter of Mr. Alberto Darilay, Piston Chairman, seeking approval for the replacement of
Committee on
their
Transport.
Prosa pit right. The letter dated August 30 of Rafael Rodriguez Jr. requesting Tri-Mobile franchise.
Committee on
for
Transport.
the request from the City Mayor for fuel, oil, and lubricant.
Committee on Appropriation.
Other matters, the letter dated September 2 of Mr. Joan De La Rosa, Acting City Youth Development Officer, addressed to the City Mayor on the reorganization of the Naga City Council for Youth Development.
Okay, Honorable Del Rosario.
Pwedeng pakibalik naman sa requesting Office of the Mayor. Pin.
Rin itong
Ayan. I recall, Madam Chair, na Councilor Del Castillo was manifesting na yung iba baka piritang may dispose ngunyan. Yung iba di pa man urgent. So bago sa nasabi ni Councilor Buddy.
So we transfer to committee to
No.
the chair of the Committee on Rules.
Only item 1 and 2, Madam Chair, because that pertains to the payment of electricity and fuel, oil, and lubricant.
So item number 1 and 2.
On the purpose of the request, the purpose for
Will be transferred to SBO.
duman sa second page.
Second, sa baba pa.
Ayan, Madam Chair.
Ayan,
Electricity expenses, sakayan, fuel, oil, and lubricant. The other items can be referred to the other
Referred to
appropriate.
Committee on Appropriation.
Yung CSWD, Madam Chair, yung 1 million about Alex. Baka kayo po naman niya kang DSWD.
Included ba siya, no? So item number 1,
Pwede man nga yan sa budget office.
Yan, even yung, Madam Chair, yung yung sa
loan
budget
releases.
office, yung documentary stamp tax
Yes,
for DBP loan
dapat
releases,
yan.
that's another 1 million. So,
So,
2 million and 6, 9, 6, 3, 9, 10, 11. How about, that's 11. How about this, yung land? That's 14 million. Payable to Edwin Dasal as per compromise agreement. I think baka, kasi may compromise agreement naman
Madam Chair.
okay, Honorable Del Castillo.
As far as that 14 million is concerned, I will be asking why we will be the one who will be shouldering the capital gains tax. Under the law, it should be the seller who should um, answer or pay the capital gains tax.
So, tayo ni Bali.
So,
So, ini lang, electricity, fuel and lubricants,
until that matter is clarified, saka lang
taxes,
pwede
sa TVP, and then the AX.
That's the usual, ano to, Madam Chair, yung capital gains tax, ano?
Yes.
So, pwedeng i-defer to yan. Itong sa itaas, Madam Chair, yung first page.
Ay, si
Page
sources
16.
of appropriation ito. On page 1, Madam Chair, pertains to the sources
of funds. Okay.
Fund.
Yeah, the
So,
The second page
okay.
pertains to the purpose of the request.
So,
okay.
The
So, Madam Chair, as agreed, ano, we transfer this to the SBO, and we approve initially yung 6 million for electricity expenses, fuel, oil, and lubricants 3 million, and for CBO, City Budget Office 1 million, and CSWD another 1 million. On joint and collective motion, Madam Chair.
on joint
joint and collective, Madam Chair.
on joint and collective motion. Iyo lang tinga. Electricity,
Second one should be referred to the committee
taxes,
on
duties, and license, tapos itong sa AX. The other one
Laws and
will be
ordinances
referred to
siguro,
the
Madam
Committee
Chair.
on Appropriation.
laws and ordinances.
Ay, laws and yung land.
Yes.
Also, all laws and ordinances. Next item.
The third quarter for 2022 report from the police administrative cases investigated by the
Noted.
pledge. The reported gambling in
Yes.
Periahan.
Madam Chair,
Honorable
the
Del
matter
Castillo.
that I requested that we take up in today's regular session because I remember during the report of the Committee on Games and Amusement, our approval is explicit on the matter that no gambling will be held at the Piriahan. But there are reports that gambling is pero kumbaga grabe ang surugala na sa laog kan mga piryahan. So that's the matter that we want to be clarified from the
Who are we
office.
going to invite next session?
Yeah.
Sisa yung imbitahan ta? Okay, Honorable Del Rosario.
Manifestation of councilor body kung anong course of action. On my part, Madam Chair, we direct yung appropriate authorities to implement. Kasi malinaw man naman sa, as he manifested, malinaw man naman sa resolution na yung mga gambling is, Madam Chair. So that's supposed to be the gist of the manifestation, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Del Rosario. Honorable Ranyola, Chair of the Committee on Games.
Madam Chair, we never been remiss to our duties and responsibilities so that during our deliberation at the committee hearing, we invited the police department to be present and they were there. We invited the PSO and they were there. And in our meeting, we emphasized that gambling inside the carnival is prohibited because there is a anti-gambling law existing in our city. Kaya po di kami nagkulang. Kaya di naman po naman sa City Police Department. Send na naman po ini. The ball is now with them. Thank you, Madam Chair.
In fact, during the JOC meeting, kasugma, na-inform ako ni Rene, nagkaroon may directive na si Mayor, si Rene Gumba, with regards to this. I just don't know kung, kaya ako oo. Aram ko igwa ng directive si Mayor kay Rene to look into this. So, I was asking kung gusto nindong invite ta si Rene. Too late na? Okay. So, we just direct the proper authority as manifested by the chairman of the Committee on Games, yaon man si PNP, yaon ng PSO. So, we write the PNP and PSO to look into the matter and to do their duty to implement the anti-gambling ordinance of the city. So we take note and ask the secretary to draft the letter. Honorable Del Rosario?
Another, Madam Chair, idagdag ko lang kasi nasa other matters naman kita. Yung sa pamasahe, Madam Chair, ng mga yaog sa Naga na exorbitant na marami charge kan mga ibang drivers sa kang ibang padjak drivers.
Fiesta
So
kayo.
siguro i-call ta ang attention kan si mga authorities na mag-random check sa mga nakasakay sa padjak or sa trimobile, haputon kung ano ang sinisingil sa intakan driver. Kung magsabing right there and then dapat tulong